Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Jordan. We are Far Side of the Pod. We got Ridge. Ridge?
Welcome back.
Yeah. Then we got,
Welcome back.
then we got Caleb. Then we got Mikey.
Oh, right. I also do this stuff. Yeah, right. I forgot.
Yeah. You do this.
We're kind of fumbling right now
Yeah, it's been a couple
out the gate
weeks.
since we took 2 weeks off.
See, we were gonna
Man.
This
come
is why
back.
we don't need to be doing 2 weeks off.
We were gonna be
Didn't know
back
I was
last
playing.
week, but we had the Super Bowl and didn't really know how to piece it together. And
Fumbling so bad you think I was playing for the Seahawks.
oh, Lord, wait. Okay.
They won.
Ow.
All right.
I
So.
don't
See,
want to
just
talk
goes
about
to show you
Super
that
Bowl.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
All right, so on to the first episode, first thing of the day. So, if y'all are PlayStation fans or video games fans in general, the other day PlayStation had their State of Play, and they had some good games pop up. You know, they talked about new Silent Hill game, they talked about the new Resident Evil game coming out, and a few other things. But the big takeaway for me, and it was the last thing they showed, and I literally screamed. I don't know how I didn't wake Mikey up. They announced the God of War trilogy remake. Yes, we are talking about the Greek trilogy of God of War. And T.C. Carson is officially back as Kratos to add new voice lines and rework old voice lines. And the way they presented it was pretty cool. It was like it popped up like the Santa Monica Studios logo, then it kind of did where it showed the one with this logo in it, then it showed the 2 with the logo in it, then it showed the 3 with the logo in it, and at the end of it you hear the voice line, "Zeus, your son has returned." And it's like, ah! Like I literally screamed, and I was like, "Fuck, Mike is asleep, my bad, pimp."
Dude, I sleep like a corpse.
Yeah,
I sleep like a dead man.
unless I knock on your door, then it's like an exorcist
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, because I was traumatized.
Cryptic, we're getting there. Calm down.
We're getting there, Cryptic. Don't worry, we're getting there. And well, I guess so. Real quick, for those who have played the God of War games and like God of War, what do you guys like? Ridge, I don't know. You haven't really played God of War, have you?
No, I have not played a single game yet. I probably will now since they're doing this remake. So now I can go back and play the beginning before I play the end,
Yeah.
like I wanted to do. So
And these will be, hopefully, with this being a remake, I hope they do with like the same like third person style that the new ones are. I really hope. Because the older ones were kind of like a weirdish third person side scrolly like a type thing.
Yeah, but they were good.
No, they were
and I think
phenomenal.
that I feel like that's the direction they're going to push it.
Yeah. Mikey, what do you think about God of War 3? Oh, trilogy remake. God, 3's my favorite, if you don't know. But
I was about to say, well, 3 was fantastic. But I'm very excited now. I've played the newer Gods of War, but I'm especially excited for the remake because I get to play them all again.
and what's another cool thing is, you know, when we went to Metrotham this past year, we got to meet T.C. Carson. So that was
Yep.
that was pretty dopeology. So I'm pretty stoked for this, man. All right, so also in the State of Play, thanks Cryptic for spoiling it. We got a first official trailer at the John Wick game,
Mm-hmm.
and the first thing you need to know is Keanu Reeves is back as Jonathan Wick, and the director of the movie franchise also had a hand in this game as well. So you know the story is going to be true to
So you know it's gonna be
the book.
good.
And
who's playing country music in the background?
I do not know. It's probably Brittany watching her dang Bridgerton show, that dang over sexualized English show.
Okay, Okay, we'll get into that here shortly because I do have a question about that too.
Okay.
I don't think any of us know in this group, but I got a question later.
All right.
Back to John Wick.
But nah, I'm really hoping, and my hopes for this game is that it's like a prequel to like the movies. I want to know, like, especially when you think about the first movie, whenever he's given the monologue about, well, when the bad guy's giving the monologue about John Wick, he's talking about, he's the guy that you send to kill the boogeyman because they gave him this one impossible job to get out of being an assassin, and they said that he did it. Like he just did it. Like they gave him a job that was like, no way this guy can do it, and he did it. So I kind of hope that that's the story of the game, because he's got the shorter hair, like he does in the first movie, and his hair's longer in like 4. So that's just my hopes. Mikey, what are you hoping for this?
Man. Well, like I had made brief mention of before, I'm very interested into what the combat will look like.
Yeah.
Personally, like I also mentioned, I've heard a lot of people saying they hope the combat's a lot like Sifu, and I definitely agree. The seafood combat is very, shall we say, it's super fluid, but like I said to you, Jordan, I'm kind of hoping for some like sleeping dogs grit when it comes to that combat.
No, I'm definitely with that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's what I want out of it. I want that feel. I want to feel like I'm actually putting this man through a table.
I just want that brutality, that John Wick brutality. Allow me to do the pencil kill. Allow me to kill a bunch of people with a single pencil. Like, I want it. Caleb, what are you excited for about this game?
I mean, just the fact that we're even getting a John Wick game is pretty awesome, but the showcasing of the game was just like, the cherry on top of the pie. It was just a marvelous little showing of some of the gameplay, and it looks really smooth. I'm hoping, like the rest of everyone else, that the combat mechanics are really fluid, and it just feels like you're putting the pain to these people in the virtual world. So
a game that I wouldn't mind it being like Max Payne 3. Like the shooting, just the specifically the shooting of Max Payne 3. But like in the trailer, you see when John Wick gets shots at from a distance, he like holds up his jacket to his tuxedo because it's bulletproof. And it's like it shows him doing that, and like I could just imagine like third person running down a hallway, and you look to your left and people are shooting at you, and you have to press hold L1 to hold up your jacket on the left side, and just ping 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 ping. Then say he can slide and lean around the corner and just pat pat, or jump sideways and just.
Lord have mercy, if I get a John Wick game that has bullet time, I will combust on the spot. I will combust. I will simply cease to exist. I will evaporate on the spot, and where Mikey once was will be a burned scorch mark with nothing but my shoes.
It just instantly Ridge, have you seen any of the movies?
No. But I will tell you this much. My fat butt kicked into overdrive for a second because I thought Mikey said seafood.
No, Sifu.
Sifu, S-I-F.
Well, I heard at one point, I heard him say it right the first time, and then the second time I heard him say seafood. So,
Rich got a little
my
excited.
fat rear got excited for seafood. All right, sushi.
He got ready for that all-you-can-eat lobster fest.
Listen, I just got done yesterday having sushi. Enough to feed a dolphin, I swear. Hand to God on that one. But anyways, to me, as someone who has never watched the movie, I wouldn't mind it either being what you were talking about, Slater, or just start it from the first movie and have it in
That
video game form for some of us that might just like playing video games and haven't watched a movie. And then
you know,
maybe us playing the video game version of the first movie might make us interested in watching the movie, see how different it is.
Jerome's cult leader said that they've never watched the movies either, but they're excited to see what the game is like and what it's going to be like. And I tell y'all this: if y'all are excited to see what the games are like, watch the movies. Like, just from watching the trailer, the combat, like the way that he's fighting in the game, literally is the exact same way he fights in the movies. Like, it's so weirdly technical, and like you said, Ridge, maybe for people who just like playing games and stuff like that, you're right. But the reason why I also hope that it's like the prequel, because I want it to make people want to watch the movie more. Because though John Wick is touted as some of the best action movies of all time already, the stories are so insane. And what's the best part about those movies is the first three movies are chronologically connected. Literally, right when the first one ends, the second one starts. Right when the second one ends, the third one starts. Like, it's all together. Bang, bang, bang. Like, it's just crazy. And, like, I remember one night when I used to go to my dad's all the time, I had put all the movies on a little USB stick to plug into his TV. And we would watch them all the time, and me and Mikey fell asleep to them. And I remember waking up at one point, and it was at the end of the first one, and I was like, cool. And like as the second one started, I passed out, woke up, and it was the end of the second one. I was like, cool. And passed back out, and I woke up, and the third one was going. I was like, these movies are just awesome. Then went back to sleep. But
That's it all.
those movies are just out of bounds, man. And I'm even been trying to get Brittany to watch them with me, though she doesn't like the over the top action. But the thing about the John Wick, man, it's just like it's nonstop. It's just pedal to the metal, straight belt to rear end, brother. Like it's wild.
You know, something I really, really appreciate about the movies is the soundtrack.
Yes.
Oh man, dude, the music in the movies is so good, and I'm on my hands and knees for this game to have as good as music production. Get La Castlevania back in for this music production.
I tell you what, man. Some of the kills in this franchise too are like crazy. I won't tell you who they do them to
Lord
and
have
what
mercy.
happens, but like, there's one kill that he kills a dude with a book, bro. Like a straight, just regular book. And he pins him against the wall, puts the book on his jaw, and just smacks that thing. And it breaks the guy's jaw, and he just back, keeps hitting it, and just keeps driving it into his jaw. Then, like,
I love you to pieces, but you just said you wouldn't describe how they were.
well, I know I said who they wouldn't be done to.
Oh, word.
Yeah. Then, I brought up the pencil thing because in the first movie, it's like this guy once killed a whole bar of people with a number 2 pencil. And you actually get to see him do it in the second movie, and it's just like, oh. It's like, you think the whole thing the Joker did in The Dark Knight and made the pencil disappear was crazy? Yeah.
This repeatedly.
Cryptic, yes, it is top notch, man. Like, the John Wick movies are absolutely phenomenal. But, anybody got anything else to say on the John Wick game coming out? Besides, we're excited to play it?
No, that's it. That's all I got.
Alrighty. So next up, when we were putting the podcast together, we got on the topic of how John Wick is a movie turned to a video game, where we started getting on the topic of just old games we love to play to see as movies and different things about those, and we got on the topic of Infamous. And I don't know about Caleb because he's never been a PlayStation kid, but for me, Mikey, and Ridge, I know we've all played Infamous, at least Infamous 1 and 2, and I'm sure the majority of us played Second Son as well. But we were getting on topic, if they made the live-action Infamous show or movie, who do y'all think, or what kind of actor do you think should play Cole? At least, because I mean, my opinion, if they're doing an Infamous show, they got to do the story of the first and the second game. Like, first season is the first game, and the second season is the second game. And yes, Cryptic, it was. It sure was Ridge's idea. But we're all fans of Infamous, so it's... Yeah. So, Mikey, let's start with you, Big Dog. You don't have to say a specific actor if you don't have one in head. But who do you think, or what kind of actor do you think would be good for the character of Cole McGrath?
Well, I mean, the easy answer for me, right, is somebody who understands the source material, or somebody who's willing to understand the source material.
Oh yeah, you better play that game. If you're gonna play him, you better play the game, man.
I mean, even if you don't play the game, well, honestly, I'd love for you to play the game so you get a feel for how Cole moves and stuff.
Right.
But somebody who's willing to understand the source material is definitely up there. I keep thinking of Cole's face and trying to match somebody to it, but it's just not. I mean, there's a few people I think that could absolutely do it, but
see, when I was talking about it, I brought up Charlie Hunnam, but the more I think about it, I don't really know. I mean, I love Charlie Hunnam, and I think he he could pull it off, but like Ridge's fan casting, and if he was younger, was Statham, and I can understand that too. But let's think of some people that like are on the up and coming, or that needs that role to change something for him. And I'm gonna throw somebody out there. Y'all can look him up if you don't know who he is. Let me make sure I get his name right. I know it. I just want to make sure I get it right. All right, let me get it. Yes.
Can I throw out a random one real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so he doesn't need like the celebrity status or anything. He already has it.
Right.
He's not in his 30s. He's 45 right now, or at least that's what Google says, okay?
Right.
What about Gustav Skarsgård?
Gustav Skarsgård?
Yeah.
Actually, he's not bad. That's a pretty solid choosing right there. I mean, I get it with the his hair already being small and he is Skarsgård.
He
brother.
normally keeps it. Yeah, he normally keeps it shaved.
Yeah. I mean,
If you don't know who that is, he played in the show Vikings.
Yeah, he was in Vikings.
And
that's a pretty good pick. Like, I'm not gonna
to
lie,
cook a bear.
I can't go against that. And I was gonna say this is kind of like a little bit left field, a little bit, but I love this actor and I think he could play a good version of Cole. And y'all may laugh at me a little bit on this one, but dang it, where'd it go? Dang phone. Kyle Gallner. If you don't know who Kyle Gallner is, he was in the Smile movies. He was also in the 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street movie, and he was also in like Jennifer's Body. He's been around for a minute, but he's one of those people who I think like he's great, but he gets overlooked. And we've seen him with his hair buzzed, and he could pull it off. I mean, the facial hair is the problem, but I feel like it doesn't matter. Cole kind of has facial hair, but it's not too prominent. But it doesn't have to be like literal spot on. But I do want the buzz cut at least. I just think he's somebody that I think could pull the character off. And of course, I'm sorry for you people who like to go the more negative side of the story and the games. But they're going to have to go with the hero side of the game, right? Like, I would assume so, right?
I mean, you could So the way I see it is, if you're gonna do the movies 1 and 2, then you do good guy the first movie, and then the second time around you flip him into the bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that because of the shit that happens in the bad guy story.
Yeah, the way the story happens in the second game, whenever you become the bad guy, it works a lot better, and it honestly helps bleed into Second Son better. Like, if for some reason this just became an absolute masterpiece that people love to see, and they wanted to create like a TV series or something of Second Son, which I don't think would do great, but that's my own opinion. Then the best way to do that though is to have the bad guy version of Cole in the second.
Now, if they did do the Second Son, I think Joe Keery would be a really good person to play that character. I can't remember that character's name off the top of my head, but Joe Keery is Stranger Things.
What, the main character's second son?
Steve from Stranger Things. Yes.
I believe the main character's name is Delson.
Delson. Yes, you are correct, my guy. But I feel like Joe Keery would play that role pretty well.
See, that's the game I've played the least out of
Yeah, for sure.
the bunch. Actually, if you want to get real technical about it, the game I played the least out of the bunch was the one with the female role, because I think I only played the demo of that in a GameStop at one point.
But wasn't that?
And that's the only time I've ever played that one.
But wasn't that just a DLC for Second Son?
I think it was its own game.
I believe it was a DLC though.
I think
it was
Cryptic, look it up for me, but I know you near it.
If it isn't a DLC, it was made on the same engine as Second Son, and it was kind of like connected to Second Son. It's just its own little spin-off game, kind of like kind of like the Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon thing.
That's whenever Infamous got dragged into the mud a little bit.
Yeah.
Was creating that, to be honest. To be honest, too, Second Son didn't do it any favors neither. I don't think. I think that Second Son also hurt Infamous. I think that they should have just went in and remastered the game.
I think it's just hard to have an Infamous game without Cole. Cole's just one of those characters
that's why I was saying if you would go back, remaster it, and make it the same voice actor for 1 and 2 if you remaster it instead of having 2 different voice actors, because that's what they did originally.
At this point, who did the Infamous games? Is it Rocksteady?
I don't know off the top of my head.
I'm looking it up.
This sucks.
So
Sucker Punch.
Stuff I should know if we're going to talk about. Yeah.
Dude.
That sounded more so right than, yeah.
Dude, Sucker Punch could literally do that, man. My thing is, like, just because I'm loving the games that this company's come out for, but Sucker Punch is on a tear right now with the Ghost series, like Ghost of Tsushima and Ghost of Yote. Like,
that's why they're not gone back to remaster anything, though. It's because they keep on having better games.
My thing is, if they don't want to do it, give it to the people who made the Control game and the Alan Wake game. Like, that company right there. Like, the way those games look.
Hear me out. Can I throw out a wild idea?
Yeah, go ahead.
Which I know won't happen and would probably suck the life out of it, though. What if, and I know for some reason they're probably going to make a third one of another game that I'm thinking of right off the top of my head, because they're working on their 6th game right now of another game, but those are the only 2 games they ever focus on. What if we hand it off to Rockstar?
I don't know about Rockstar. I mean, I could see where you're
Yeah,
coming from, but I feel like,
My,
see, Infamous is open world, yes, but I don't think it needs like the Rockstar touch of open world. I think it needs to be somebody who deals with the more linear side of stories, who can also incorporate.
That or okay, so Insomniac,
I'd be cool with Insomniac, like Insomniac.
Yeah,
the ones
I'm-
that deal with Spider-Man and stuff.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that. Or Naughty Dog, honestly.
Because
Naughty Dog.
you need it underneath someone that is Naughty Dog still a company?
Yeah, they're
Who just here recently went under?
Naughty Dog is one of the most successful gaming companies of the last 20 years.
Who was it that just went under though?
I don't remember. It's
'Cause I feel like there was a big name that went either merged with another one or something. I can't think of who it is, but
I don't know. Naughty Dog is
either way, like if you had,
Naughty Dog is who does like Uncharted and The Last of Us and all that.
I think I'd rather see Insomniac get it than Naughty Dog.
I mean, yeah, definitely. Like
If they was to hand it off to another brand, I'd rather Insomniac get it. Just someone that I know that's had great success with like hero games, right?
yeah.
And action in a large scale map.
I just want that. I want that grittiness of it, though. That's why I was saying Naughty Dog, like the grittiness of The Last of Us. How, The Last of Us is very post-apocalyptic, and technically, Infamous has that post-apocalyptic feel to it. So it's like I kind of want that too. But you're right. The way, like when you think about the open worldness of Spider-Man 2 and stuff like that, right? I specifically say Spider-Man 2 just because it's the newest one and the most updated one. But just having a game like
Miles
that.
Morales, the newest one,
No, Spider-Man 2 is. Miles Morales happened in between.
remastered.
Spider-Man. Oh, Miles Morales happened in between 1 and 2.
I don't know. I ain't kept up with it.
But
Either way,
yeah,
that and if I'm not mistaken, they're also the ones that are working on the Wolverine game.
yeah, they are. Then I think they're going to announce a Daredevil game at some point too. So
And I know at one point they was talking about doing a Venom game.
well, that's probably what's next after Wolverine.
Venom.
Thought
game.
they shot.
I'm gonna tell you what.
I think that got shot down though.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna have to get this out off my chest real quick, just because I'm really ticked off, and I'm gonna try my hardest not to curse while I was talking about this. To the people who leaked all the information that Insomniac had on the Spider-Man or the Spider-Verse games that they had coming up, including Venom and Spider-Man 3, and let me drop this bomb on y'all if y'all didn't know. A Spider-Verse online multiplayer game where you created your own Spider-Person and you could swing around with your homies and just beat the snot out of people. And they leaked that. And now since people have leaked that, they are no longer coming out with it. You mean to tell me?
I feel like it's just petty on the company side.
No, honestly, this is rightful because those people who leaked out stuff, they didn't just leak out the game informations. They leaked out employees' personal informations down to their social security numbers.
Okay, so that is wrong, yes. But sitting here saying because of what a couple of people done,
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
now because we couldn't keep our own stuff covered up and not getting out, which happens all the time, by the way, because it happens in movies all the time, by the way. Now we're going to cancel it. Let me put that to you in another perspective, Slater. If they are canceling games like that over because of getting leaked out stuff and for some reason somebody went the extra distance to leak out personal information and said that because of that, we're canceling that. That'd be like saying the Russos get doomsday leaks out,
Yeah.
and now all of a sudden, because those are out, oh, we're not doing that movie no more.
Can you imagine the uproar?
What sense does that make?
Can you imagine the uproar if that was true, though?
Well, I mean, still, how is there not an uproar
Right.
over these games getting canceled
Right.
because they want to be petty over because of an issue that happens either way? It happens. It happened to GTA.
Mm-hmm.
It happened to them. It happens. The personal information, that's beyond the video game itself. That's an outright freaking crime.
Right.
I was about to say that's
Don't
criminal.
get me wrong. But you don't hold that over every other fan of your product because of what a couple of people done.
Yeah.
That's the annoying part. You're holding it over everyone else's head.
Oh, and also, by the way,
You're not going to stop leaks.
they also canceled the DLCs that were supposed to come out to Spider-Man 2 as well. Like, because we were supposed to get
Well, it's fine. No one's playing that game no more. So,
I mean, I'm probably play it at some point.
I mean, I don't know what they expect to happen. There's not an online mode to it.
This was like a couple of years ago, Rich. This was when the game was still.
I know, but okay, but still, no one's playing it no more. If you put a DTL to it, and if you told us that you added on a new story, but no one's going to get it right now because A, of you canceling crap, and two, because it's going to cost an arm and leg just about to grab a little side quest story that takes at max 30 minutes to get through, and then that's it.
Right.
It makes no sense to go back to those games.
Caleb, I forgot.
We just wait for the next new game.
Caleb, I forgot. We never asked you on who you think could play a good Cole, but I know you never really played it. But
Yeah, no, I've actually never
Sorry,
played
went
any
off on
of
it
those
there.
games. I've seen stuff on them, but I don't really. I've never played them.
Well, you should at least look into the story of the games because it's nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen.
Let's
stuff
go on
before,
YouTube and watch about it.
Yeah. So
Sorry, we got off on a very
Tyrant.
weird tangent from a live action movie to the video game getting remastered itself and
Yeah.
hand it off to other people, and then, oh, never mind, because those people will cancel games.
Yeah. All right. So
So it probably don't need to go to Insomniac.
and honestly, this is a good reason that we're talking about Spider-Man because pretty much the rest of the episode is about Spider-Man content. So, over this past week,
Spider-Man leaks.
we got some Spider-Man links, but before we get to the leaks, we also got the trailer for Spider-Man Noir that will be coming out on Prime Video. And I will tell y'all, I'm not going to say much about the trailer because realistically I don't remember that much. But the stuff I do remember of it, this show looks fantastic. I love the way Nicolas Cage is playing this character. The swinging looks cool for a Prime show. And I'm just excited for it. Bridge, what do you think about this show so far that we're seeing of it?
I don't know. Still,
Right.
I like the idea of it, I guess, but
I think the suit looks good.
I don't know. I know it's odd to just sit here and keep on telling y'all I don't know because this isn't where I expected another Spider-Man thing to go,
Right, of course.
to like Amazon or anyone.
That's for sure.
And it's going to suck that it's going to only Amazon. And to think that there's a chance that we'll get more if this does good. And if the next thing does good, because I think they're doing a Spider-Gwen over there too. If that does good, it's going that's just going to draw that much more that they're probably going to be only releasing over there on Amazon. And then we're just not having it on the big screen.
Jerome just reminded that the show will have you could watch it in true black and white, or you can watch it in the Technicolor mode too, where it's in color. So you can either go back and forth. Like if you want the true noir experiences, you can watch it in black and white. But if you're just simpletons like a young fellow like me, I'm gonna watch that thing in color. I'm not gonna lie to you. But
am I not the only one that thinks that if this was like would have been a lot cooler if you just release this in theaters as a movie to watch in black and white?
Yeah, but I feel like I don't know. There's a part of me that kind of wishes they kept it animated because he's technically playing the same character he played in Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse. I mean, it is the same character. It's literally the same outfit and everything.
Okay, but I mean, if they did that, they're telling it as if it's in a different universe, though.
Well, it's his universe. I don't know if they'll. I mean, maybe they'll connect it to the movie.
I know, but like what I'm saying is how this is technically another way we could sit here and say that we're looking into a multiverse.
Right, and I understand that, but that argument, right? Keep that argument, okay? Look back at Across the Spider-Verse. When Miles gets to the Spider Society place and they're taking him to where Miguel is, he's walking through like the people they have in prison in cells, right? If that's the case, then why, when we saw the PS4 Spider-Man, he had the same animation that he has in the game? And why is it that when we saw the Prowler, the live-action version of the Prowler, he was realistic, when all the other Spider-Man were animated, technically the same?
Okay.
That's just the real. That's just
why are you worried about the? Oh, okay, so why are you worried about the Prowler being live action versus animated whenever he was animated in the movie beforehand?
Yes, that's right, but it's a multiversal Prowler. He's stayed live action. The reason why
exactly. So if it's a multiversal, we're seeing him in two different spots. So what if Spider Noir just so happens to get the change from animated to live action? Because he goes from one universe to another. Maybe it doesn't work for everybody the same as they all get stay in live action, because it looked funky to always have your live action characters walking right beside your animated characters, unlike sitting there having them locked in a prison.
I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Not everybody wants the same type of stuff going on like Space Jam for that movie.
I don't know if you get my argument, but we'll just continue. Mikey, what do you think about this show, brother?
Maybe I'm not.
What do I think about this show? I think it'll be interesting to see. I'm kind of curious whether or not they'll tie anything into anything else. I think it's neat that Cage is playing him himself.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll have to see how that goes. Beyond that, I don't have too many thoughts about it right now. So,
Word. Caleb, you got any, man?
No, not really right now. I just, I feel like I just feel like I don't have too much to say about it.
Okay. All right, so while we're on, so like I said, we still got a whole bunch to talk about on Spider-Man, but let's get to the Spider-Man that we're all really waiting for, Spider-Man Brand New Day. All right, we got what, like 4 more months, Ridge, till Brand New Day comes out. So, more and more leaks and stuff like that are starting to ramp up. This is June, right?
It's either June or July, one of the two.
Either way.
And from what I've heard, we ain't supposed to get a trailer for another month.
I have a feeling that they're wanting to keep this one a little bit, I guess, under wraps more, but, there's leaks coming out, of course, and that's what we're going to talk about today. We got some leaks of some characters for the movie. So if you're looking at your screen, and I'm gonna say this about the Scorpion first of all, this is more than likely not what the Scorpion's gonna look like. I just used this picture because that's, as Ridge said, Cosmic Wonder used, and I kind of like if this suit was used. Maybe they changed the mask a little bit, like because it kind of looks like Yellow Jacket. Ridge brought up, so I do agree. But we get our first look on how the Hulk is going to look in Spider-Man: Brand New Day. We also get our look at Tarantula, who's right there in the red and the blue. And we get our first look at Boomerang at the end. My kind of thought, because if I'm not wrong, ain't Tarantula? Correct me if I'm wrong, Mikey. If you don't, if you know, is it Tarantula and Boomerang? Aren't they like Kingpin's sons? In the comic book. And Rose,
I'm afraid
Rose
that's
is
not. I'm afraid that's something I can't correct you on because I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head. So
let's see.
So that will be a question for Google.
I'm looking it up. Never mind, I am wrong. It's the Schemer and the Rose and Supreme Hydra. I don't know why I thought Tarantula and Boomerang was, but either way, out of these character models, I mean, the Hulk looks like the Hulk, and it looks like older Banner. So I mean, he looks good. That's Savage Hulk too. He's a little bit gray. I really love how Tarantula looks. I'm not gonna lie, Tarantula looks pretty sick. I think he's my favorite character model out of those. To be honest with you, Caleb, do you have the live stream pulled up?
No, I can bring it up.
I was just saying, just to see what the characters look like.
Yeah, here, I'll bring it up on my TV.
All right.
Don't forget to mute it.
Yeah.
It's already muted. I had my headset on earlier.
Ridge, I'll let you go ahead and talk about this real quick.
Okay, so I think my favorite character design, other than the Hulk, obviously,
Right.
is Boomerang. It's just different. That's not what I was expecting the character of Boomerang to look like. I don't know why.
I was
expecting this character to somehow look like Polka Dot.
Oh yeah.
From DC.
I think he just kind of looks like a character off The Boys in a way.
Now, I was thinking about this too. It could make sense why Scorpion has that kind of mask like that from Yellow Jacket. It could be very well that this is tech that they bought off of that company.
Yeah, or from the what's the company that Tony Stark was running that was like doing the cleanups and stuff like that like the Vulture ran? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of the name of it.
Because technically it could be something like Yellow Jackets, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what it could very well be that's the exact same type of tech that has been seen in the Yellow Jackets armory or his armor and his mask.
I was thinking that myself.
It could just be different slightly because of the tail. And maybe that's just because, it's another animal armor, right? And there might be a certain connection to everyone that uses animal armors in the MCU that's all made by the same people.
Yeah. I will off the cuff come up and say, though it's the tarantula colors are like comic book accurate, so that's one reason why I like it. But if y'all have seen the seance leaks of the hand, or if you know who the hand are or know what the hand look like, the hand is technically like the foot. If you watch Ninja Turtles, it's a group of ninjas.
So they're a limb. I see.
Yes.
I was about to ask, why are they using limbs as their group name? You got the hand, the foot.
But
before you know it, we're going to have the mouth and then the disease.
And this could be one of the...
save. Very, very dangerous. Keep away from children. Understood.
This could be one of the biggest does in history, but I guess I'm calling that Tarantula is one of the leaders of the Hand, because that red that's on his suit is the same color that the Hand look like their suits are made out of. So that could, like I said, that could be the biggest dud in history, but
Maybe.
But
And it also could be, though, that their suits are slightly different. But
True.
the only reason why I'm saying that is because they talked about how we're going to see Peter Parker fighting multiple villains at the very beginning in
Yeah, like a
in a
montage.
montage scene.
yeah,
And it could be of him going through the years.
Yeah.
So you could have Tarantula here at the very beginning of the early phases of the Hand
yeah, true.
in that suit.
Which I'm sure that's pretty much where we'll see Tarantula and Boomerang, because they're they're not like super important villains, but they're like famous villains if you like read the comics and watch the animated series and all that. But I'm sure Scorpion will play a higher part in the movie than they will.
See, so we had at least one person like the other design Slater
Okay.
that you didn't like.
Oh yeah. Who was
Yeah,
it?
that you didn't like.
Your own.
Jerome, you like that? I mean, I'm not saying I don't like hate it. I just don't like the tail on it. I think the tail just now, like I said before that we started the pod, if that could be like his first suit, and maybe if he's like working with Fisk or anything like that, that could be his upgraded suit. But I don't know. I just don't.
I heard he's working with Tombstone.
Oh, okay. I mean, Tombstone too. That makes sense. And that's another leaked picture that I meant to put on here, but I couldn't find a non-superior, like super grainy picture of. But it was like a picture of Tombstone holding
That one
Spider-Man.
that I sent you didn't work.
I must have missed it. My bad. But there was a picture of Tombstone holding Spider-Man
There you
up
go.
by his suit. And I will tell you, the guy they got to play Tombstone, I love that dude. If you watch Black Lightning, the DC series, he's the villain in it. And like that big albino dude. I mean, that's for real though. It's for real. He's big and albino.
No, I know. I'm just thinking of everything that he said in that show.
Oh no, yeah, he said some crazy stuff in that
Sorry.
show.
Anyways,
But no, I mean, but I think,
anyway,
I think he looks cool. I think he looks cool because I mean, especially if you play the game, how the way Tombstone looks in that, like, I think he's the great, like, he's a perfect casting for Tombstone. And just that picture kind of.
and yes, it is great that we're getting the Savage Hulk back.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just the fact that we're getting Hulk back, like, and they said that the Savage Hulk is. I mean, if you watch Age of Ultron, when Wanda puts Hulk in that whole mind thing and he goes ballistics, that's Savage Hulk. So we're getting super Berserk Hulk again.
So we've also heard though that there's a possibility that he's going to come out with his gray, like a grayer color,
Right.
kind of like his Joe. I'll say it wrong. I want to call him Fix It, but I know it's not right.
I know what you're
Felix,
talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Joe. Can't think of his name. But that's the thing that bugs me. Is that if we are getting the Gray Hulk, why not just go ahead and give us the pimp daddy version of him as Joe?
Hey, Joe
I would
Fixit is
love
a
to see that
respected
there.
member of the community. He is a mobster. He likes the gabagool.
I would,
The gabagool.
I would love to see the Gray Hulk in his giant pimp suit.
That would be hilarious.
That would be great.
Again, he's
It
he's
won't
a
work for
mobster.
this
He's not a
movie.
pimp.
I will say,
He's a mob boss, but at the same time, he's a pimp. You know good and well he is. Have you seen the comics on him?
yeah,
He
I
is
have
a
seen the
pimp, gangster mob boss.
I
All right,
have seen the
when don't he
fit.
have a woman by his side?
true.
When don't he have a woman by his side?
I have seen the fit.
I will say, if you look back,
Carrying around a minigun.
if you went back to Age of Ultron, and when he's in that state of mind and freaking out, right? He is kind of gray in that moment. Like, he's not fully green like he typically is. He's kind of got like that grayish hue to him. So
That's why I call swamp green.
yeah, yeah.
Is what he turned into. Because more of that
Because he was like
faded.
vicious.
But I
He was
mean,
like viciously
straight out
sweating too. So
gray.
that's like swamp. That's like swamp butt hole right there. That's how,
whoa.
that's how I feel when I got swamp butt, bro.
That's the color you turn into. That grayish green.
I'm about to hop on this call.
Oh god, this is
Hold on,
getting
y'all.
awful.
When I get
Okay.
so angry that I'm gonna destroy half of Wakanda.
Okay. All right now.
All right, so
But at the same time, it would be cool just seeing him gray because that's how he originally appeared in the first comic book of him.
right,
He was gray.
so other fellas.
So
Mike,
either way, it'll be cool to see.
Mike and Caleb, if you've seen these suits, what do you think about them? Of course, the Hulk looks like the Hulk, but what do you think about that possibly being the Scorpion suit in the future? And those are pretty much confirmed for the Tarantula and Boomerang outfits. So, what do you guys think about those suits? Caleb?
I mean, I think they're fine.
Okay.
I
What?
really don't have too much to say
All
about them specifically, but I think they're fine. I think it'll be good.
Yeah,
It'll be
yeah.
all right.
Caleb, what do you think about him?
I mean, I think they're okay. I feel like maybe the Scorpion one could be a little better. Personally, I feel like it could be a little more. I feel like they could do more for that. But yeah, I do like the I do like the the face mask, the helmet. It's pretty sweet. So I don't have really too many complaints with it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the only thing, I mean, though the Boomerang suit is cool, I do think it kind of gives off like a, it does kind of like Vigilante's suit in Peacemaker. Like that visor that he has on his helmet kind of gives me that vibe. But it also kind of gives me like the Boys character vibe. But it's not, he's probably not going to be a big important part of the story anyways. So I think it's cool for what it'll
No,
probably
you'll
be.
see him for maybe a minute at most.
Yeah.
I like the idea of this Scorpion outfit being the ultimate outfit.
For sure. And
Like Scorpion gets beat, so they give. Sorry, I'm reading a comment.
you're good.
So they give him more of a technically outfit or techie outfit. Sorry, sounds right. I just prefer one design over the other one.
Right.
Valid.
Valid. All right. So, while we're on the topic of Spider-Man, we talked about these suits for a fat minute. I want to talk about the future of Spider-Man. I want to talk about who do we really think should play Miles Morales. Now, recently, we've had two big stars bring up that they want to play Miles. And those two big stars have been my top two leading people to play him. So I want to get y'all's opinions, and if it's not one of these two, I want to hear who y'all opinion is. So we got Caleb McLaughlin, known for Stranger Things and others, and we got Miles Canton, who's known for Sinners, playing Sammy. So I want to get y'all's opinion on these, because one of these two to me would be fantastic. The only real argument that I hear people having is he's not as, like, they want him to have that Hispanic background. which, I mean, he should because his mom is Hispanic, but what do you guys think about it being between Caleb McLaughlin and Miles Canton? And if not between them, who would you choose? Ridge, I'll let you go first.
Oh, I know it sounds stupid, but it's because I'm looking at the photo. Okay, I like the one on the left better.
Yeah, it's Caleb McLaughlin. Now here's the thing about Caleb
He
McLaughlin though.
he looks a lot closer
Yeah.
to
For sure. No, for sure.
what I'd see Miles as. Like he had. This is going to sound bad. I'm sorry. He has a slimmer tone to him
No, you're right. No.
than Miles does right there.
Yeah.
So he fits Miles Morales better to me.
Yeah. Now here's
Clean his face up a little bit
here's the thing about Caleb McLaughlin.
or
too.
leave the beard.
Recently on Caleb McLaughlin's like Instagram and stuff like that, he has revealed that he had picked up the hobby of spin jutsu. And that's like doing like the super spin kicks, doing the spinny flips and stuff like that. And now he was on
You know good and well he ain't picked it up for no reason.
right. And the thing is he was on Straw Hat Goofy's podcast, and he was he brought up that to him, and they even said that, you know, every time that they come on every time they come on the Straw Hats, or, you know, I call him Juju because that's his real name, but every time they go on this Juju's podcast, they'll talk about somebody possibly playing a role, and somehow in the future they end up getting that role. Like, for instance, Straw Hat Goofy, he's a big One Piece fan, which makes sense because the Straw Hat Pirates and Straw Hat Luffy. Well, they had Caleb McLaughlin, and he brought up that when he had Sholo Mariduena on the show, they said that he could be, like, he was like, man, you would play the perfect Ace Luffy. And he was like, really? And he was like, yeah. And they kind of talked about it for a second. He was like, I don't know about it, bro. Then not even a couple months later, Sholo Mariduena is announced as Ace Luffy for season 2 of One Piece. And it's like, and that's one thing that they brought up is like, man, we have a history where people would be like, I don't know about it, or, you know, if it's the Lord's will, put it out in the universe, then I'm down for it. He's like, they got a history of that happening. So I feel like there's a very high possibility that we could get Caleb McLaughlin as Miles Morales. And like I said, like you said, Ridge, he's not getting in that spin jutsu for no reason. He's saying that it's just a hobby he picked up, but like, you think you just randomly just start...
You ain't picking that up as a hobby
you just out
for
there,
no good reason.
You just out there flipping for no reason, Caleb. I know Stranger Things is over, but come on, cuz...
Like, if you're not doing it for that...
I know actors be getting into side quests and stuff, but come on now, nephew. Come on now.
You know good and well he ain't teasing nobody. It's either for a character like Miles Morales, or he's got another character lined up that's very much so action heavy, where you gotta be agile and flipping like that.
And honestly,
So,
Caleb, like, when you talk about him having that slimmer face, if you watch Stranger Things and see, like, his body build, I think he's got the perfect, like, stature body build for Miles as well. So,
yeah.
So it's like, I think he'd be a perfect choice, honestly. Like, it's hard to pick anybody else over him, to me.
I feel like everybody in here, like even in the chat, is on board with him over the other one.
Yeah, I'm
that's
sure.
my thing. I was before you even listed off actors, I was like Caleb McLaughlin.
Right. Caleb, what do you think about it? You think Caleb McLaughlin would be really good?
Yeah. That was kind of my first pick. Whenever I think we talked about it before.
Yeah,
we
I think
privately we talked about it. I said, dude, he is like the man for the job, like 100%. And then when you see that he took up this as a quote unquote hobby, I was like, yeah, right, buddy. We know what you're doing. We know exactly what you're giving us, and we're okay with it because we actually, I enjoy seeing. I like to see very accurate adaptations. You know, I'm kind of picky when it comes to certain stuff, and I feel like he'd be a great choice.
And honestly, I think Caleb McLaughlin looks kind of similar to the way Miles looks in the Spider-Verse
In the
movies.
game. In the game too.
Now, I've met
little bit.
Me and Mikey met the dude who played Miles in the game, and I mean that's exactly that's exactly how he looks in real life. So, so that was like a big like you could play live action Miles, but I just think it's Caleb McLaughlin, man. Like I just think he kind of looks like how he looks in the Spider-Verse movies, like the animation.
Okay.
Especially when you look at this picture and you think about the Miles at the end of Across the Spider-Verse, the Prowler version of him with the cornrows. Like, come on, bro.
Now, can I throw something out real quick though?
Yeah, go ahead.
We're kind of like dissing him slightly on this being a little side hustle that he's doing now, is picking this Spinjitzu up. Oh, guys, do we forget that Tom Hardy is also out here doing jiu-jitsu on the side? Or taekwondo on the side?
Well,
That's his own.
Tom Hardy's been doing that for years, though. Like years.
I know, but still, I mean, he has his own hobby too, off to the side from his acting.
Right. Understandable.
You know, so maybe this is something for him that he's just wanting to pick up.
Yeah.
And do as a side thing.
I mean, and in the videos,
but you can't tell us though.
In the videos, he is like with a group of kids that is doing it as well. Like he's not by himself.
Well, I mean, how else are you gonna learn, right?
Right. All right.
I mean, I'm sure he's well off enough to get a private instructor, but he might not want a private instructor because, I mean, if you're doing this and you're actually taking it serious, you're going to have to face other people too, so.
Yeah, for sure. Now, the last question before we get on to our last topic, or not even last topic, the last announcement. When do you think would be the best time for Miles to make his debut into the MCU? Do you think that he should show up in like Secret Wars as a multiverse? Because Miles is in the Secret Wars comic book. Or do you think that, or at least one of the interpretations of Secret Wars, not the original, but or do you think it should be in the next phase? Dude, I'll let you pop off first.
I think that we could see a version of him.
Right, like I think
in Secret Wars.
I think there's a possibility that we could see the Across the Spider-Verse version of Miles brought to live action, because that's always been my theory.
Just because too, the comic runs that that I've heard that they're basing Secret Wars, the movie version that we're getting, is the same ones that he's in.
Right.
But to me, right now, I'm sitting at about a 15% chance that we'll see him in there.
Right. Yeah, that's how I feel.
I think that he'll be held off probably till either.
I think at the least we could get the introduction of the MCU Miles in the fourth, well, technically the fifth Tom Holland Spider-Man movie.
Fifth.
Like, not Brand New Day, but the one after that. Like, because that's could be.
Either, if not the fifth, then the sixth.
Well, I think we could get the introduction of Miles, or at least like an after credit scene. Then the sixth one could be when he's like actually becoming Spider-Man. Kind of like, I think if he does show up in the fifth one, he's going to have like that role he had in the first Spider-Man game, like when the whole thing with Jefferson Davis happens, like the whole accident. Because I do think that Mr. Negative is somehow coming eventually, and they could adapt like the kind of like the story of the 2018 Spider-Man game or something along that line, and we can kind of have that story, and he kind of like gets bit by a spider at the end of the movie or partially towards the end of the movie, and that kind of like thing. Or we could get the after credit scene and be like, yeah, I'm Jefferson Davis and this is my son. His name is Miles. And that's it, right? Is just something like that. Like
I have no idea.
I'm just
Because I'm trying to think of how it's going to fit in, because from what I've heard, either the fifth or the sixth, well, the fifth movie of Spider-Man is going to be leading up to another big event movie for Spider-Man, like a big crossover movie
right.
that's going to include Daredevil, Punisher, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage.
Pretty much like their like there's the Defenders, the street level Avengers type of movie. Like they talked about how they wanted
and
this
they're all
Spider-Man
going to be
movie.
going after Fisk.
Okay.
And they're all going after Fisk at the end.
Either way, I know we're all
It's
excited.
what I've heard is supposed to be happening.
I know we're all excited to have Miles, for Miles to show up, because I know we all like Miles. Mikey, Caleb, what do y'all think? When do y'all think we should see him, or when do you think he should come in? Caleb, you go ahead, go.
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like maybe obviously sometime after we get the next Spider-Man movie, but I don't know how early they should showcase him. I feel like we've waited a long time to see him. So at the same time, I do hope they kind of expedite it a little bit, but I also don't want them to sacrifice any quality in doing so.
Right, for sure. Mikey, what do you think?
I'm kind of with Caleb here. Like, I feel like I've waited forever, but to that same extent, in all fairness, it's also like, I really don't want you to sacrifice anything because I'm impatient, though.
Right.
Like, I want it. Make it good, though.
Yeah. All right. Well, just know that we pretty much know that Miles is coming at some point. We just don't know when. But we'll keep you up on the news as it comes. So, before we get off the pod tonight, we have a pretty nice announcement. So, I don't know why this picture is this small. I'm sorry, guys. This is going to look very unprofessional. I don't know why it did this. That makes me mad. I didn't see it till now. So,
what part of us is professional?
True. Just wait till you see the picture, though. It's kind of made me mad. So, we are in talks, and pretty much confirmed. Well, it is confirmed. But we are having a collaboration with our local movie theater, Athens Movie Palace. And we will be there the night of either the 26th or the 27th. We'll know officially within the next week or two, and we'll let you guys know that Scream 7, we will be there at the first night that it is at Athens Movie Palace. Hoping it's the 27th for the actual premiere. But we'll be there asking fans what they expect from the movie. We'll possibly also be asking fans after the movie what they thought about it and what they think could happen in the next ones if it does set up the next one. Either way, guys, it's just cool that we're, especially for me, who's been I've been such a fan of the Movie Palace. I feel like I've been there most. Their breadwinner, I guess, because I feel like I've been there more than anybody who lives in this county, state, or anything. But just the fact that we're getting to work with them and they're allowing us to come there to make content with them, and hopefully we do get to do more. Like we have brought up doing the Doomsday premiere, and we also talked about possibly doing like a video on like the history of the Movie Palace and how it came to be. So. But yeah, either February 26th, that Thursday night, or if anything, we'll be there the night of the 27th, covering Scream 7 and its premiere. So if you guys want to say hi to us, be in the video or anything, talk about Scream with us, we'll be there. At least I will be. Ridge, are you planning to be there?
I'm going to try to be there, yeah.
All right, I know, Mikey, you have to work. Caleb, how about yourself?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Word. So, come see us. Come talk about Scream. We're excited for it just as much as anybody else is. I'm probably more excited than most. Um, it's like as Stu famously said.
But it looks like that photo you was adding. You was trying to add stuff.
Well, that's what makes me mad because I fully stretched it out on the thing and it just popped it up like that. So.
It looks like you were. It looks like you were supposed to be adding on more photos around it.
Yeah, I know.
And it just didn't take those photos.
It's goofy.
It's okay though.
But
It's okay.
Y'all
We
get the
have
gist.
hiccups now and
Y'all
then,
get the gist.
especially since we've been off 2 weeks. All right.
all right. But either way, guys.
So,
that,
are we doing?
what you said, Rich?
Are we doing an interview with them beforehand or what?
I don't know about that because I didn't especially bring that up for the Scream 7 premiere, which we could talk about it with them because I know she typically goes and watches the movies on the premiere night as well. So if
Buzz the dude.
I think it's a dude and the woman the person who runs the social media is the lady. But either way,
Gotcha.
no matter who it is, if they're there to watch the movie too, it'd be great to get their talks on it. And like I said, hopefully we're able to build a better, an awesome relationship with them, and hopefully be the official podcast for the Athens Movie Palace. We're excited. This is our first local thing that we get to do, and that's one of our big goals of the year is to talk with do more things with local people. So, yeah, just if you're like I said, 26th or 27th, we'll let you guys know if you guys want to be there, talk to us, and talk Scream with us, or just say hi to us. Hey, man, come on over to the Movie Palace for Scream 7. Now, that's pretty much all we have for the pod. I do want to bring up, Ridge, I want to twist your mind on this one. So me and Ridge are going to see Electric Callboy in May. Do you think, and I'll let the chat also say this as well, do you think that we should do a vlog for the Electric Callboy show?
I mean, if you want to, why not? I mean,
Yeah,
we can. Might as well, right?
Right.
We've talked about wanting to push out more content, and I mean,
Vlogging
we
is
might
a
as
good way to do
well.
that.
We'll have to find.
The thing,
Have to find something else to do while we're up there. I mean,
if not, we can at least just do a live stream after the concert and just chit chat with folks and talk about the show.
listen, I'm planning on us leaving slightly early that day.
Oh yeah, of course.
We'll get up there, get to our hotel, drop our stuff off. We're in walking distance from a lot of stuff
It's right on
at
Broadway,
the hotel
pretty
that we're
much.
getting.
It's right on Broadway, so
So it's off to the side a little bit. It's on the back side of it.
yeah.
I think.
But either way,
Either way, we'll be up there. We'll try to video some things. I'm sure we won't be able to video everything that we're doing.
right.
Obviously, we're not going to video every single thing that we're doing.
Whoa.
And then we'll figure out something to video afterwards too, so that way we can give our thoughts on it, see how we're physically doing afterwards, because this is our first concert in I don't know how long together,
Like 8 years.
and yeah. I don't know if my body's going to react the same or not. We might be videoing us army crawling back to our hotel after this.
Or I'll be sitting in the little spinny chair that they got at the front of the room, and Ridge will just be face down in the bed, like, "Hey guys, how you doing?"
That's all you gonna hear coming from me, because I'm gonna have my face in the pillow or some crap. But yeah, we can work something out. I'm sure.
Word. Well, guys.
Even if people don't want to hear us do it in the chat, I don't care.
Yeah.
Real quick,
Yeah.
I gotta give a shout out real quick. Shout out to, and y'all know who y'all are. Shout out to all of our viewers that came out, and I know that they didn't come out because we said it, But shout out to the viewers that came out and hung out at the Scream Chamber during the Valentine's Day haunt. It was awesome getting to see some of y'all there and getting to interact with y'all because I was outside. We might post that photo of me up on our Facebook page if the person that's in the photo is okay with it.
Right.
Because I don't want to do that without their permission.
Right.
Which, I mean, they're one of our listeners too. He knows who he is. But I had a blast, and I had a blast getting to see more than one of our listeners there. We had 3, if not 4, people that listen to this podcast there, so that was pretty cool.
Nice.
It was cool just hanging out with a bunch of different people, breaking a paddle over someone's rear end, I'm pretty sure. Don't ask about the story. We'll get into that at a different time. So, yeah. Yeah, it was fun. So, shout out to y'all for just coming out there and supporting the local haunt. I already just got the approval to post that photo on our page. So,
nice.
All right.
But guys, if you made it this far, and honestly, I want to, before we get off, I do want to shout out y'all, talking in the chat and keeping it up with us. So we appreciate you, Cryptic and Jerome, for keeping the conversations going. And like we always say, guys, don't be afraid to post a comment, ask a question, or just say what's up, man. But if
we don't charge to talk back like some of these podcasts and some of these channels, we don't. This is all free 99 for everyone.
Yes, sir. Yes,
we don't do Patreons. I mean, we might one day just because
just to do it.
There's certain things that we'd like to say that we don't say no more because we're trying to come off a little bit more professional, and that'd be another way for us to be able to, but we're just not there yet. So,
in the immortal words of the King of Wakanda, we don't do that here.
But now, guys,
we don't do that here.
For real, guys, thank you guys for watching this far, listening this far, and always remember, like, subscribe, share us out, grab your next to kin's phone and just subscribe. Maybe they'll end up stumbling, but what the hell is this? And click on it and watch it and listen. Yeah, guys, if nobody has got anything else to say, we'll see you guys next week. Peace out, guys.
Bye.